Welcome back, students. We are now going to discuss the next topic, that is optimized DFA. So what we are going to do over here, as we have discussed in the last last video, that it is highly possible that there are two different arrays. For them, two different DFAs have been generated, but when you optimize them, then the DFA is going to be same. Similarly, it is also possible that you have same array, you follow two different methods, and you end up having two different DFAs for the same array. But when you optimize them, then you are going to get the same DFA. What I'm trying to say is, using the first method or second method, whatever DFA we get, there is no guarantee it is going to be minimum or optimized DFA. What is optimized DFA? DFA which has optimized information, which has minimum information, which don't have any redundant state available. So we are going to discuss certain simple steps that you have to follow for minimizing or optimizing your DFA. Now, what type of questions have been asked from this topic? Mostly the questions are like, for the given array, draw optimized DFA. You won't be asked for drawing DFA, but you will be asked for drawing optimized DFA. So how we are going to start? The steps are very simple. What you have to do, I have taken two examples. For both, we are going to draw optimized DFA. First of all, we will draw for this. So for whatever DFA you have to draw optimized or minimized DFA, for that you have to first of all draw state table. What is state table? In the row you will have to indicate as many sets you have, A, B, C, D. So I will have A, B, C, D. Okay. Fine. And in column what you are going to have? As many input symbols as you have, that many columns you have to create. So I have A, B, and yes, there are two input symbols only. So A and B, only two input symbols are there. So what information I will have to provide? The state table says that from set A, if I input small a, where I will reach? Nowhere. There is no transition available with small a. For the set A, if I input small b, where I will reach? Capital B. Okay. From capital B, if I input small a, where I will reach? C. If I input small b, where I will reach? D. From C, if I input small a, where I will reach? C. If I input small b, where I will reach? From C, D. From capital D, if I input small a, where I will reach? C. If I input small b, where I will reach? D. Okay. So from table itself, we can see that certain informations are redundant information. Certain sets are redundant sets, giving you same information multiple times. So we need to optimize that. For optimizing that, first of all, we need to write all our sets that we have in DFA in one group. So right now we have 4 sets A, B, C, D in one group. Now what we have to do? We have to keep on dividing our group such that we will end up having a group where we have similar common states which are same, common, providing common information. So over here, the first group that you are going to make is set of all accepting states and set of all non-accepting states. As we have discussed earlier, it is highly possible that your DFA can have multiple accepting states. Your DFA can have multiple 1, 2, 3, 4, more number of accepting states are possible. So the first group is number of all the accepting state will be in one group, all non-accepting states. Both are not same, both are different. So there should not be any comparison between accepting and non-accepting state. So coming back over here, out of this, there is a single state which is an accepting state, that is C. So C will be a separate group and A, B and D, they will be in the separate group. So first two groups have been created. So now see, C itself, there is a single member of the group, so it cannot be further minimized. But there are three members over here, so we can minimize that. For that we have to observe, do they convey same information? So what we are going to observe over here? A, B and D. If you observe these 3 sets, you will come to know that for what you have to observe, from the same set, if you input same input symbol, same set should be resulting. From the same set, if you input same input symbol, same set should be resulted. Are you getting what I am trying to say? If your start set is, let us say, B, if you input small a, you are going to C. Similarly, here also for small a, you are going to C. For small b, you are going to D. Then for small b, here also you are going to D. Are you getting what I am trying to say? Means A is not same. A is not providing you similar information because this is blank. There is no A transition available. So A is different. So the groups are going to be A is different, B and D are different, and C is different. done. This is the second next grouping that we have done. Now if you compare B and D, you can identify that B and D both provide you same information. For the same input symbol, you reach to same sets. Means B and D are logically same set. We need to merge them. So how to merge B and D? What we can do is we can give a new name to them. Let us call this X. So what we'll have now? A, X and C. There are three sets we will end up having in our optimized DFA. So in table what we are going to do? So we had been discussing the example where we had been discussing that from the table we can see certain informations are redundant information. So as we have been discussing that C is a different accepting state group. We have A, B, D only, but then when we examined A, B and D, then also we came to know that actually A is giving different information because from the same set, for the same input symbol, you don't end up resulting to same sets. So again, that is not going to provide you same information. Hence, A should be considered as separate set. So we end up having B, D in one group. So we try to see B and D are similar or not. So from B and D, observe for small a you are going to C and small b you are going to D. So they are same. So how to make them merge? For that what we can do is we will group them together and we will call them X. So the resultant sets we have are A, X and C. Three sets only in the resultant DFA. In table what you are going to do? In table first of all from B and D one row we are going to eliminate. Cancel one row. After that what you are going to do, as B and D have merged to X, everywhere in the table you have either B or D, that should be replaced by yes X. So here it should be X, this B should also be called now X, this should be X, this should also be X. Now this is already deleted, so no replacement I am going to make over here. So if I draw equivalent DFA, how I am going to draw that? So it is going to be drawn as set A, I have set A, I have set B, set X and I have set C. Okay. Now what is going to happen? From A, if you input small a, you will reach nowhere. But if you will input small b, you will go to X. From X, if you input small a, you will go to C. Small a. If you input small b, you will go to X itself. Okay. From C, if you input small a, you will go to C. Okay. Small a, you will go to C. If you input small b, you will go to X. Small b, you will go to X. That's it. So see, this is optimized DFA for this given DFA. You can see how many less states it have and composed information it is providing you. So even though your DFA is correct, your optimized DFA is better in terms of efficiency, memory as well as space, memory as well as time it is going to occupy. So this is how you are going to draw optimized DFA. Now the same method you are going to apply on this. So let me clear the content which I have upwards. I hope you have drawn this optimized DFA. I am going to rub it on and the calculation of this I am going to do upwards. Okay. Fine. Now, as we have discussed earlier, for this example also what we have to do, for drawing optimized DFA, we have to create a state table. How we are going to create the state table? So you have to identify how many sets you have. So it is A, B, C, D, E and F. These many sets we have, A, B, C, D, E, F. How many input symbol you have? A, B, C and hash. So I have A, B, C and hash as well. Okay, so this is my state table. Quickly I am going to input the information over here. So how we are going to input the information? From A, if you input small a, you will reach to B. From A, you don't have any other transition available, so I will have this as dash. From B, if you input small a, you will go to C. From B, if you input small b, you will go to D. Okay. From D, you don't have any C or hash transitions available, so that is dash dash. From capital C, if you input small a, you will go to C itself. If you input small b, you will go to D. You don't have any C or hash transition available with C also. Coming back to D, okay. So, okay, this is D. For D, if you input small a, there is no A transition, but if you input C, it is going to E. If you input hash, it is going to F. So A, B transitions are not available. Similarly for E, if you input small c, you will go to E itself. If you input hash, it will go to F. So no AB transitions are available. And for F, there are no outgoing transitions are available. It is an accepting state. So no outgoing edges are there. Okay, so this is our state table. We are going to quickly create the groups. What is the first group we have? The first group has A, B, C, D, E, F, all in the same set. After that, we are going to divide it into two groups. The first group is all non-accepting states. The second group is all accepting states. So this will be divided as accepting state is a single, that is F. So A, B, C, D, E in one. So what we are going to do now? This is the same set, we have A, B, C, D, E. So what we have to do now? We have to check whether we have any similarity among them. So we are observing A, B, C, D, E. If you observe these sets, the similarity can be observed in B and C, they look similar, and D and E, they look similar. Why? Because from the same set, for the same input symbols, they are resulting in the same sets. Okay? From the same sets, for the same input symbols, same sets are resulted. So they look similar. While A is similar to no set. So A is different. B, C, D, E and F. Now observe. B and C both are similar or not. Okay. So if you observe that B and C both are similar or not, then from B and C, if you input small a, they are reaching to C. If you input small b, they are reaching to D. So their merging is possible. Similarly for D and E, for small a, small b, no transition. For C and hash, they both are reaching to E and F. Yes, so that is possible. We can merge them. Okay. So if you merge B and C, that can be called as X. This can be called as Y. So now we will end up having four sets simply A, X, Y and F. So what we will do? Out of B and C, one row we are going to delete. Out of D and E, one row we are going to delete. Any row can be deleted. So from B and C, if we delete, let us say, one row, that is going to be, let us say, C. And from D and E, suppose we are deleting this. So again what we are going to do? B and C are merged. So everywhere we have either B or C, X should be returned. So everywhere we have B or C, X should be returned. B or C, X should be returned. Okay, fine. Everywhere we have D or E, Y should be returned. So this should be replaced with Y. Okay, this is B. So X should be returned. Everywhere we have D or E, Y should be returned. That's it, done. So we have done replacement as well. That everywhere we have D and C, we have written, yes, this is D. Here also we should have Y. Okay. After these replacements are done, what we have to do? We have to draw the equivalent optimized DFA. So how we are going to start? For the set A, if you input small a, it is going to X. From X, if you input small a, it is going to X itself. If you input small b, it is going to Y. From Y, if you input small c, it is going to Y, and if you input hash, it is going to F. Hash. Okay. And F is the accepting state, so we will indicate by two circles. Simple. So observe, this is going to be the simplest DFA in comparison with this DFA we have. See simplicity. This is the DFA and this is the optimized DFA. You can see how much redundancy has been eliminated, right? So this is how we actually optimize our DFAs. Now let us quickly see the two regular expressions which look to be similar, which are actually syntactically different, may end up having the similar DFA as well. So let us quickly discuss that. Okay, so we are right now discussing the example of A star or B star whole star, that is our RE1, and RE2 is going to be A or B whole star. So for both we have to draw DFA. So I am starting with the first RE. A star or B star whole star. So A star, B star or B star whole star. So if you consider this A star concatenated with, this is A star or star B and whole star. That's it. So this is your root node. Actually there is no concatenation. This is your root node. Fine. And for this, what is going to be the case? A or B star. So this is your root node. Fine. Fine. Now if you provide input numbering, this is 1, 2, hash should be added. So 3. This is 1, 2, 3 again. Fine. Now if we quickly calculate follow positions as well. Okay, we have to give positioning and we need to calculate first also. So this is 1, 2 concatenated with hash. Concatenated with hash also over here. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Fine. Now this is 1, 2 and this is 3. This is again 1, 2 and 3. Fine. Now we will quickly calculate first position. So as this is, we can see this is star, this is 1, this is 2, okay, and this is OR operation. So either 1 or 2 can be over here at the first position. So 1, 2. Similar 1, 2 will be carry forwarded here also, and it is concatenated with 3. So what can be at the first position? See, this is the A or B star hash. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. What is possible at the first position for the root? 1 is possible, yes. 2 is possible, yes. If the entire substring is absent, 0 occurrence, star means 0 occurrence, then 3 is also possible. So 1, 2, 3. So first of root is 1, 2, 3. Similarly here also, what happens over here? A or B. So here you have either 1 or 2. So here also it is either 1 or 2, but it is concatenated with 3. So if it is A or B star, means 0 or more occurrence of A or B. If it is 0 occurrence of A or B, what is possible at the first position? 3. So 1, 2, 3 will be at the first of root. So first of root will be 1, 2, 3. Fine. I have to calculate follow quickly, so let me do that. So okay, fine. So I will be doing the calculation here. So follow of 1 is equal to, who can follow 1? After 1 you can have, it is A star. So 1 can also be there, and it is A star or B star whole star. So if A occurs 1, then because of this star, B can also be there. If it is a single occurrence of A and no single occurrence of this also, then 3 can also be there. So follow of 1 is 1, 2, 3. Similarly, follow of 2 is, after 2 you can have 2 itself because it is star. It is star of OR, so 1 can also be there. And if it is only single occurrence of B, then hash can also be there. So again it is 1, 2, 3. And follow of 3, that is null, because hash don't have any symbol following it. Similarly, if I calculate over here, then follow of 1. Who I can follow 1? As it is star of A or B, 1 can also follow and 2 can also follow. And if it is single occurrence, 3 can also follow. We have already discussed this, so I am not repeating once again. Follow of 2. That is, after 2 we can have 2 also, 1 also, and if it is single occurrence, then 3 also. So 1, 2, 3. And follow of 3, that is null. Simple. See? Now, over here also, first of root is 1, 2, 3. So that is going to be our A. This is also going to be our A. See, both RE looks to be different, but they are going to give us same result. Now, if you explore A, that is 1, 2, 3. Okay. So what we are going to do ahead? Follow of 1, which is 1, 2, 3. 1 means A. Follow of 2. Again 1, 2, 3. This is B. And follow of 3 is null. This 3 means hash. Now see, A occurs only once, B occurs only once, no union is required, and 1, 2, 3 is the same set. So this is same as A, this is same as A, and this is a new set. Let me call it B. Simple. So what I have to do next? I have to explore B is equal to null. So I will call this accepting state. See, it's so simple. If I do the same calculation over there, then what will happen? A is my set. So A is equal to 1, 2, 3. So again, follow of 1, which is 1, 2, 3. Follow of 2, which is also 1, 2, 3. Follow of 3 is okay, it is null. Fine. Now A 1 indicates A, 2 indicates B, and this indicates hash. So as we observe after mapping that A occurs only once, B also occurs only once. So the resultant state set over here is the same as A. No new set is created. Again this is A. No new set is created. But this is a new set. Let me call this B. So the next set I am going to explore is null. So I will call it accepting state. See, if you have to draw NFA and then convert to DFA, how many steps it is going to perform, and it's so simple over here. How to draw DFA here? Equivalent DFA is going to be, so out of these, how you are going to create equivalent DFA? So from capital A, if you input small a, you will reach to A. If you input small b, then also you will reach to A. And if you input hash, you will reach to B, which is accepting state. See? And here also what is going to happen? For capital A, if you input small a, you will reach to A. If you input small b, then also you will reach to A. And if you input hash, then you will reach to B, which is accepting state. See? So what is happening over here? The DFA the DFAs are same. The DFA for both are same. See, observe. The DFA for both are same. And hence you can say that both of the REs are equivalent. You can even try to optimize this DFA, both DFA. Let us try to optimize the DFA. Is it possible? I guess this has been written, so I am going to delete this and we will try to optimize. Both are same. So I will try to optimize this DFA if it is possible. Okay. So for optimizing the DFA, what we have to do? We have to create a state table. So how many sets we have? A and B. A, B. How many input symbols we have? A, B and hash. So A, B, hash. Okay, fine. So from A, for small a, I am going to A itself. For small b also I am going to A itself. Okay. From B, I am going to nowhere. And for hash, I am going to B. Okay. So this is your state table. Okay. Now total number of sets you have are A and B in one group. When you divide them, what groups, major two groups you have to first of all make? All the accepting state, all the non-accepting states. So as your accepting state is single B, this is all non-accepting state, these are all accepting states. Now as we can see, only two sets are there, states are there, no merging is possible. So this DFA itself is the optimized DFA. So other thing is, it is not always possible that the DFA you have drawn can always be optimized. Many times it may happen that you have been asked the question that optimize given DFA or draw optimized DFA. But you end up drawing the DFA, and when you try and draw the table has no similarity. It means that no optimization is possible. Simple. If you don't find any similarity in the table, here you have two states only. But if you have 4 or 5 sets, in that case also it is possible that no similarity can be found and no two sets can be merged together. In that case, what you have to consider is that no merging is possible, and hence the given DFA is optimized DFA. So that's all we have to discuss in optimized or minimized DFA and how regular expressions can be proved equivalent. So in next lecture we are going to start with syntax analysis phase. Keep watching. Thank you.